Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and I think we can all agree, getting a victory royale and getting a win in this game feels pretty good, but it feels a lot better when you get a win and you also have a good significant amount of kills, and I think anything over 10 kills is quite impressive in this game. Even lower amounts, 7, 8 kills can be a nice win, but if you want to set a goal, and I talk about setting a goal so much on my channel, a good goal is for it to get the win, and also to set your goal as maybe 7 kills, 10 kills, or something like that. And in this video, I have a 13 kill solo win that I'm basically going to be talking about the blueprint of how to do this, how to play aggressive, yet also win the game, and what to do when you find yourself facing adversity and in tough spots. Hope you guys will enjoy this video. I think you guys should. If you do like me for my tips and tricks videos, smack that like button. I would really appreciate, guys, if we could see 2,000 likes, that would be amazing. And you guys gotta let me know, do you guys enjoy these tips and tricks videos? I know some people, some people like when I do certain tips and tricks videos, but mix in other videos. I've been doing quite a lot of them lately just because Season 7 is brand new and I've been getting quite a bit of good gameplays, and there's just a lot that I want to talk about. So that's what we're going to do in this video, analyze the blueprint and talk about how to win while also being aggressive and getting hopefully over 10 kills. Smack that like button, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new and not already subscribed to the channel. And thank you. The item shops have been absolutely litty lately, and thank you to everyone supporting me in the Fortnite item shop with the code TheGoblinYT. You just enter that and it's a quick and easy way to support me in the Fortnite item shop, which I so appreciate everyone supporting me there. It really, it's insane. Okay, let's get into this. So the first thing is, if you want to play aggressive and you want to win the game, the number one spot to go, you probably already know this, Tilted Towers, and of course that's where I'm going to go. Thing with this is you got to be ready to play aggressive. As you can see, I'm just getting into this video and I already have 3 kills here off the start of this game. The game already is down to 32 people also, so a lot of people are dying. When you want to get play aggressive or get a win with 10 plus kills, the majority of those kills probably have to come in either the start of the game, early game, or the late game, and that's because the mid game is just so unpredictable. Sometimes you can get 3rd, 4th, 5th party, and sometimes you can go through the whole mid game and not find anyone for like 5 or 6 minutes, so it's so unpredictable. But what you can predict is off the bus route, and pretty much every single time the safe way to go is Tilted Towers. You could pretty much know there's going to be people there. Only a couple times have I dropped here, and I think one squad, I dropped here like a week ago with the squad, and we were literally the only squad here, but the majority of the time there's going to be a good amount of people, and you should be able to get a couple, say out of those 10 kills, a good amount of them before leaving Tilted Towers, and that's what I'm doing here. You can see there's less than 30 people left, and the fights are still going down in Tilted, and I have a decent amount of health, which is 130, so right here, I'm just trying to win fights, I'm trying to play aggressive. I get caught swapping weapons there as that guy comes flying around the wall, so this is where you start to get under pressure, and this is going to happen. If you play campy and sort of, hide till the end game, you're probably gonna have the best chance to win the game. But if you want to win and get a good amount of kills and play aggressive, you're gonna find yourself in pressure situations. So right here, and that's why I chose this gameplay, because it's good, I'm playing aggressive, but I also face adversity and face some tough scenarios. So right here I find bandages, which are key. When you're struggling, bandages and holding 15 bandages can be the key to keeping you in games, because there's a huge difference between being 20 health and 75 health. You want to be able to at least take one shot before you die, or else you won't really have a good chance to peek. If you're 20 health, you can't really peek anyone without it being too risky. So right here I basically come up and try to third party this fight, which works perfectly. Remember, learn how to maneuver the windows at Tilted Towers. It's all based off sound. I heard 2 people fighting, and Tilted is simply early game. It's a game of loot, loot, loot. When you hear people fighting, run to the gun sounds, try to get either 1 or 2 of those kills, get that loot, and then keep looting. And you can see, it's popping off in Tilted. This guy comes in here and he tries to go crazy with the builds, but you gotta remember, you can't really build inside here, and I get in a tough scenario also because I crack him hard, but he cracks me too, so I'm like, okay, I need to get the heck out of here, and that's why I choose to use that, and then I choose to try to re-challenge this guy, just because I'm like, okay, even if I run away from the scenario, and this is where a big decision comes in all the time when playing aggressive, what do you do now? I have 50 total health and shield. I obviously can't just charge straight at that guy and play aggressive, because that would be stupid. So I have to play this a little more strategic, and this is sort of like a turtling or tunneling or whatever you want to call it. This is a strategy that you're going to have to do, and you have to realize, even if my mentality going into the game and my plan is to be full on aggro, when I'm down to 50 health and there's a guy swarming around me, possibly a third party as well, I need to play this differently, and I'm going to play it inside and try to play shotgun angles and right-hand advantage. Right there, the reason why I'm standing right right here on this angle is because that is right-hand advantage. If he charges at that door, I'm peeking from left to right, which gives me the advantage, and based on the characters being right-handed, how they hold the weapons when they're aimed down sights, and just hold the weapons in general in this game, it does give you an advantage to be on the left side of the door like that. I use my audio cues, he drops behind me, and boom. What do I say? What will always save you in this game? A good shotgun shot. And obviously right there, I was in a bad spot, but I had a good shotgun shot. Boom, right to the head, 160. Patient, and I realized it, and now I get the opportunity. Unfortunately, he doesn't have too much extra shields, but he had one shield for me, and then I have to start turtling again because I realized there was another player here. This is just it's gonna happen. If you're playing aggressive, you're gonna take damage. Right here, I do a tunneling system, which is something you'll see a lot of competitive players do. It's mainly for competitive, but it can work in a public match. You can see, like here, I'm just blocking off any opportunity for this player to shoot me because all I'm trying to do is get to the zone and heal up. I hear some more shots coming, and I hear more people charging me, and audio cues are everything at Tilted. You can see Tilted is, this was a good, I guess you could say, storm zone for Tilted, as it's still in the storm in the top 15, but it's popping off here, and even after all these gunfights that I've won, 6 kills. I have a really good inventory when it comes down to weaponry. A gold FAMAS, which I don't like the FAMAS as much as like a SCAR, but it's still really, really nice. Blue pump is amazing. Purple SMG is amazing. The Deagle is crazy nowadays too, but my problem is I don't have any backup heals or shields. I have 1 bandage, so if I get hit, what can I do? Heal for 15. So I know that I'm in trouble, and I'm like, okay, I need to try to loot for anything at this point before I get out of here. I have a jump pad. I'm able to get decent stuff with the loot, which is 3 minis, which doesn't help me right now. I'm only at 125, but it does give me some stuff for later. And here another guy pushes me, and this is where I talk about you have to realize when it's your opportunity. When I get the first couple shots in on this guy, I'm like, I need to push this, get this fight won, A, before the zone starts to move in, and 2, before, or B, before he heals up, so I can get all of his loot. Unfortunately, again, and you can see, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky. I'm winning all these fights, and I'm getting, I guess you could say, lucky or playing smart with the fight. But when it comes to the loot, I'm only, my mats are decent, my weapons are awesome, but health is probably health and mats are the number one. If you don't have either of those, you're screwed in this game. And I think that, being 125, while that may seem like a lot, early game, when there's 13 people left, the majority of the lobby is 150 or 200 health, I would say, or the majority of the contending players that are actually, not just hiding in a bush. The contending players are probably 150 or 200 health, and being 125, and especially with, I guess I have bandages and minis, which I could use to reheal here. That's pretty nice, but that is what it is, So at this point, I'm looking around, and I'm looking for either loot, which kind of I'm not really looking for it because look where I'm at. There's nothing. There's one little hut with the chest over there. I'm looking for more of an opportunity to kill either a bad player, someone who's not paying attention, I can get the pre-damage in, or a third-party fight. I don't really want to challenge a good player in a one-on-one fight, and that's where I catch this guy. Boom! Was that like a double headshot with the FAMAS to start it off? And I'm able to take out that guy who doesn't really realize where I'm shooting from, and that is a nice kill. For me, this is a smart play right there as I run up and I realize there was more minis hiding up there, grab the minis, run over to that guy's body, and of course I was able to actually get some loot, and now I've turned this game around, and I have 8 kills, and I'm on target for my 10. Like you saw, I got a lot of my kills early in mid game, but late game is where you can really rack up the kills. As you see, this is a 13 kill win, so out of these, there's 10 more enemies left because one of the players is me, so I kill 5 out of the last 10 enemies, and that's because late game everyone is based up chilling, and you can really influence fights if you are a strong player. But this is where you need to it comes down to having a plan. So at this point I have 8 kills, right? Should I be rushing people like this? Probably not if my goal is just to get 10 kills because I only need 2 more. But I was feeling it. I wanted to go for a little bit of a high pressure action. I make a bad play there. Luckily, a good shotgun shot once again saves me. And even though it was a body shot, shotgun shots after the buffs are insane. And if you can't keep up with building or you can't keep up with shotgun aim, I think those are the 2 things that those are fundamentals in this game that every single player should be able to do and stuff that can really, really make a difference. So luckily here I am at the point where The struggle loot has finally come to an end. With 9 people left, I'm able to fully heal up here because of these bandages combined with the campfire. Always nice to do. Campfires only heal for 50, I believe it is, so you want to bandage up while doing it just to make sure you max out on everything. I am full on AR ammo, and at this point, I'm in a pretty good spot on this game. You can see playing aggressive worked out because when you kill people, you get their mats, you get their loot, and it's always about risk reward for pushing stuff in general. If your goal is just to win the game, pushing is not the best idea. But like I said, this video is about playing aggressive and winning with over 10 kills. So at this point, all I want to do is mountains and terrain is a thing to pay attention to when you're this late in the game. And what I pay attention to is, hey, I want to be up on that mountain instead of down here because that's in the zone. I have a jump pad, which is always convenient to have a jump pad. I used to like bouncers, which were key to just get off a mountain without having to slide down, build, you know, because that takes a while and that can lose you time when the storm's coming in or expose you to being shot a lot more than just bounce padding through the sky could back in the day. Of course, those have been taken out, but jump pads are still very nice. I rarely use a jump pad to get up on a mountain. I usually will build up, but I will often use a jump pad to either rotate under pressure, push someone that I've damaged that's really far away, or just as an insurance policy in case the next zone ends up being extra far. Because you always have to prepare, you know, what if the next zone is in the worst possible spot, and having a jump pad and a lot of materials is very, very convenient when it comes down to that. So now we're at the point, 5 people left, so 4 enemies, 9 kills. So I end up killing these last 4 players, and at this point, all I'm trying to do is wait until I hear fire, and that's what I do down here. I hear shots being fired, of course, and I'm able to peek this guy. I don't think he sees me right here, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna line up the shot. He starts firing back, I think, or building or something, so I'm like, okay, he probably sees me. My choice to rush this guy, this is a conscious decision, and this is another one, like I said, these are risk-reward decisions. My decision to push him is basically because I'm like, he just got out of a big fight, so he's probably weak, and plus I would love to, you know, get this kill. I was assuming the next zone would come down from the mountain anyway, because they usually do, especially with that one, and it does. I'm able to pull up on this guy at P90, which is so nice. Just the damage the P90 has. As soon as you know a player is going to place a trap, or as soon as you're stuck in a box with that player, it's always good to create distance between them, because even if they do place the trap, you can you know, slide to the other side or whatever, and the trap will miss you. And then it's simple. I build up a steel base connected to the mountain at the best spot on the zone, and I just pick off the last few people. This guy, no clue what he was doing, and then I catch another guy, and then the final player as well. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Late game is where you can play aggressive and you can risk. It's so risky. Like dropping down on that mountain was a risky play for me to do, but I was conscious enough and I was confident enough to make that decision to get that 1 extra kill. Would it really have mattered that much if this was a 13 kill win or a 12 kill win? No, not really. But who knows? If I don't drop down there, maybe I get killed up top for some other reason. You know, you never know how things go. I get this last guy on the ropes, damaging him with the RPGs. The reason I don't push this player is because shotguns can now one shot for 200 to the head, and plus I have the zone advantage. I'm I don't think I was even, I don't know, I might be connected to the mountain, but I can build up anyway, and we're able to get the dub. So that is the blueprint. That is what you have to do every single game with your back against the wall, whatever you want to do to be able to get 10 plus kill wins in this game. I'm telling you, Tilted Towers is the best way to do it consistently, and then based off of how hot you are coming out of Tilted, if you have 2 kills out of Tilted, you have to ramp it up and play way more aggressive mid and late game. If you have 9 out of Tilted, you can chill out and get yourself that easy win by basing up and playing it more safe. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like on this thing. Use my supporter creator code, the Goblin YT, and make sure to check out my Facebook page where I'm going to be streaming every single night for the rest of the month. That is the plan, and that's where I got this gameplay a couple days ago playing on my Facebook stream. I'm out. Peace.